Right now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, some more snow is already here. Keep in mind, the roads could be a little icy on top of that. So we're going to run down how it's affecting schools and your ride into work.
And a deadly case of road rage on one Connecticut highway. Some important information when it comes to dealing with aggressive drivers.
Also, how the state plans to honor and remember BRCO, a police dog who was killed in the line of duty.
Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, begins with a weather watch alert.
Right now on Fox 61 News at 6, Connecticut's news station, we're following a weather watch alert for you this morning. If you're just waking up, there is some snow outside for sure. Good morning. Thanks for being with us, America Aries.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yeah, the weather has forced some schools to close already today, and you can see those closings and delays scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. Now, we got live team coverage this morning to keep you safe, let you know how things are looking as you head out the door. And we're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Scott in the Weather Watch Center with a look at the timing, just how much snow we're going to get and how long it's going to last.
Good morning. Let me tell you why I'm happy at the very least that for the most part. Doing well here. Let me tell you why I'm very happy that the snow came in a little earlier, adjusting the times, because that forced a lot of, at the very least, schools to make a call to delay, if not cancel, and that's keeping less people off of the roads this morning. Certainly some good news. We have periods of snow, little mixing in spots, still looking at the same amount of snow. That said, we are looking at the opportunity for what I think will be at least one more thump, if you will, as things start to break up a little bit now. We're going to start in New Haven, where I got to be honest with you, I drove 95 for about 20 miles on the way into work this morning, and it wasn't great. Crews are out there, but I think a little more snow along the shoreline has caught some folks by surprise, especially on those side roads, Branford over through the Pearl Harbor Memorial Bridge over into West Haven. It's a little lighter in Waterbury now over at the Mixmaster, and then heading up 84 by Southington, you see it starts to pick up. But right now, some of the most moderate snowfall is along 95 pushing out of the state. So northern parts of Mystic and Stonington, up 395 into Griswold, seeing a little activity as well. We have a few more hours of this. That and the intensity haven't really changed, so little trouble still to come as we go through the mid-morning period before this winds down. But again, yesterday we were expecting a lot of early dismissals. Now we have the delays. The superintendents are just making a call to shut it all down. That's probably the right thing to do today. 25 in Hartford, 27 in New Haven and Groton, with a light wind out of the north. Here's the real feel between 11 and 25. 11 right now in Torrington, with temperatures on the way up only into the lower 30s if you are lucky. Snow winds down 2-3 o'clock and then clears out tonight. And that leads to some colder temperatures. We'll talk about that all coming up. All right, the accidents, the spinouts have been quite numerous. I mentioned 95, not as great. 91 looked good, but still accidents all across the board.
Right, we had some incidents earlier this morning that we brought to you in the 4 and the 5 o'clock hour. Luckily, some of those have cleared for your morning commute, which is good to see. We have some wet roadways out there and also some snow-covered roadways too. So as Matt mentioned, along the shoreline, we're seeing that quick burst of some steadier snow. So I wanted to show you what that looks like over in Madison this morning on 95. You can see those sides of the highway are covered in snow, and even some of the portions of the lanes this morning. So definitely just want to take it slow, especially along 95. It looks a little bit better over in Waterbury. Those secondary roads, those side roads, and your untreated surfaces like your back decks and porches, those are where you're going to see some of the slippery spots. Over in East Hartford, bridges also tend to freeze up a little bit quicker than other areas. So underpasses, overpasses, as well as those on and off ramps are also prone to that this morning too. Your drive times are slow, not because of the sheer amount of volume, but just because you need to kind of reduce those speeds across the board here. We'll have another update for you coming up in the next half hour.
The Fox 61 Storm Tracker is sponsored by Nero Facilities Management.
And our team coverage continues right now with Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro live in the Storm Tracker.
Yeah, Angelo's in Torrington right now. What are you seeing there, Angelo?
Tim, Erica, good morning. Pretty sights out the window here of the Storm Tracker. The snow is coming down. Want to flip things around, give you a look. A steady snow is coming down. Nothing too crazy, but enough that we are seeing accumulation in these parking lots. This is one of the parking lots by a park here. And we've got a coating on the road here. So you can see how the morning commute would be tricky with the snow on the ground here. As we head out to some of these more primary roadways like the Main Street area, those roads are clear for the most part. Plows all over the place getting that stuff cleared. But there are spots. I mean, it's kind of hit or miss in terms of where you're driving. You can see this road right here. We have some part of it cleared, other parts of it not. So you want to be careful heading out this morning. The snow really picking up in the last, I want to say 30 minutes here. Steady snow that is coming down. This is East Main Street, and you can see part of the road left side that does look more clear than the right side. So again, just take it nice and slow. Some parking lots coming up. Plows all over the place. We spoke with one plow driver this morning. He's actually in town from Georgia visiting his daughter for her birthday. And safe to say, he very much likes this snow. Take a listen.
I actually, when I first came to Connecticut back early, like when I was like 20, I started doing snow shoveling. I was raised in Georgia, so we ain't seen, nothing like this. So I fell in love with it. And, if I can come out here and play and get paid for it, it's like killing two birds with one stone.
Making the most of it, and he's having a great morning. So far, again, as we come back out live, we have a snowplow coming. Those are all over the place. Manageable at this point. Just watch out for those slick spots. It's hard to tell with the roads kind of shimmering what's water, what's possibly ice, and now we have the snow mixed in as well. But overall, no major issues. Just take it nice and slow. We're live in the Storm Tracker in Torrington. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Yeah, Angelo, that's the real question I was having driving in, that glisten on the road. Is it ice? Is it rain? Hopefully maybe here and there you can get out and sort of test it yourself when you're not in traffic. And we'll check back with you sometime soon.
Stay safe. Thanks, Angelo. And
be sure to get the Fox 61 app to get the latest updates on weather, traffic, and breaking news where you live. If you don't have the app, just use that QR code on your screen to get to the download page.
Well, right now, crews in New Britain are working to repair a water main break. It happened last night on West Main Street near the Big Sky Gym. West Street remains closed in that area this morning. We'll keep you updated on when it's going to reopen. Connecticut State Police investigating a deadly shooting in Meriden as a case of road rage.
Yeah, it happened Sunday night on I-691. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is here with us in the studio. Brooke, they had that highway closed for about 9 hours, and now I think we got a good idea why.
Yeah, definitely a lot to look at there. We now know from troopers that someone shot 49-year-old Scott Crack from Middletown. 1 second on my scroller here. There we go. State police have not yet said what exactly led up to that incident, but police tell us that road rage situations are actually a trend that they're seeing increasing throughout the state and the country. Police say they were called to Interstate 691 East near the Broad Street exit. That was just after 8 o'clock on Sunday night. Now, when they arrived, first responders tell us they found Crack inside his vehicle with multiple gunshot wounds. Now, he was taken to the hospital, but unfortunately, he later died from those injuries. Troopers say this was a road rage incident involving at least 2 different cars. Investigators tell us they shut down the highway for nearly 9 hours to collect that evidence. Again, investigators say they do have a suspect, but there is no mention of an arrest. They say this was an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public. But troopers and 211 leaders say these types of incidents are becoming more common. In a nationwide study, AAA tells us over the course of 30 days, they found that 71 million drivers made a rude gesture or even honked at another driver. 57 million people aggressively switched lanes, and 55 million drivers sped up to prevent another driver from passing them. Now, experts say if you feel angry at another driver, do not respond with aggression or make eye contact with that other driver. Troopers tell us if you feel threatened or maybe fearful on the road, move into another lane and get away from harm, then go ahead and call 911 to report that driver. Tim and Erica.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much.
Yes. Well, it is 6:09 on this Tuesday morning. We now know one of the 3 people who was killed in a plane crash in northern Massachusetts was from Connecticut. Also, we learned that plane belonged to a flight school. Officials say the twin-engine plane crashed in a clearing in the woods within the Leiden Wildlife Management Area that's on the Greenfield Leiden town line. Officers responded after several people walking their dogs saw the crash. This is just before 11:30 Sunday morning. The flight school's owner, 53-year-old Frederica Ballard, and flight instructor, 68-year-old William Hampton, were on board. Both of them are from Massachusetts, and they died, along with the student, who is from Connecticut. It was 29-year-old Chad Davidson of Woodstock. Both the FAA and the NTSB are working to determine why the plane crashed.
The Connecticut State Police will hold a memorial service today for a canine officer killed in the line of duty. BRCO was shot as an officer was trying to arrest a suspect in Pawcatuck back on December 21st. His family has requested that only state police attend the 10 a.m. service at Rentschler Field in East Hartford. It is going to be streamed live on Facebook for anyone wishing to pay their respects.